Hi everyone, this is Brad Wood. Today I wanted to quickly show you the watch command. So file system watchers have been around for a while in CommandBox, and there's already a watcher DSL you can use inside of task runners or in custom commands to create very powerful watchers that watch to see files of certain globbing patterns have changed. You can have exclusions in there, and then you can run a closure whenever that the change happens. You can also create sort of quick and dirty one-off watchers from the command line itself using the watch command. So the help for the watch command, okay, I'll full screen this. The help for the watch command shows that we can specify a file glob of files to watch for. By default, it'll just be all files and all subdirectories. Watch out for that. Exclude paths, common limited list of file globbing patterns to ignore. And of course, the command we want to run when and if files change. And then we can customize how long of a delay we use, the current directory, working directory to start the watcher in. And then there's a nice little verbose flag that'll give you some extra information about how that works. So when files have been added or removed or changed, then whatever command you've specified will be executed. And there will be 3 environment variables set in the shell, which your command can access if it wants. So watcher underscore added, watcher underscore removed, and watcher underscore changed. And these are each a JSON array of relative paths inside of the watch directory. Depending on what your needs are, you may want to do something specific with each of these files, or you may just want to know that just something changed at all, and then maybe reinitialize the ColdBox framework, or whatever it is you want to do. It's fine. So show you a quick example here. This first one says watch paths star.json, so any JSON file in the current directory, so we're not recursive here. And then whenever a JSON file changes, we want to echo out the text config files updated, right? Super simple. So let's jump over to VS Code. I'll paste in that watch command. So when I hit enter, it fires up the watcher and it says watching files with the following paths, star.json, press Control C to exit. And it's going to sit here and it's going to watch for files. So if I come and I modify something inside of my server.json file and I hit save, then our watcher fires and it outputs config files updated, right? I can create a new JSON file, config files updated. I can delete a JSON file, config files updated. So the watcher fires every time I do anything with JSON files. And if I were to create a new .text file, absolutely nothing happens over here in the watcher because we're not watching for text files. They could care less about the fact that I've touched this text file. So the command can obviously be anything you want. You're probably not going to just want to echo something, but you can do whatever you want with these files whenever they change. So I will hit Control C, exit out of our watcher there. And then one more example here that kind of uses the JSON a little bit better. It can be very tricky to escape these system setting expansions. So it's okay to maybe set an environment variable which contains the command you want to run, and then you can use that environment variable down below in the actual command. So here I'm creating an environment variable in CommandBox called command, and it has echo you added $item, right? And so it's going to dump out each item that was added. And then when I fire up my actual watcher, my watch command says for each, and here we're going to get the JSON array of each file that were added, right? So this would be one or many files. So for each of the files that were added, execute that command we defined above, which says you added item 1, item 2, item 3, whatever. A little bit more complicated of an example. And then I'm also going to turn on this verbose flag, which gives you some nice little debugging and tells you exactly what files were changed as well. Now, you may notice that I'm doing some escaping. I have backslashes in front of these system setting placeholders. And the reason is I don't want these to be evaluated at the point in time that I run the watch command. I want these actual system settings to be evaluated later on when it's running as part of for each. So you can have to think about when, at what point you want things to be evaluated. So let me define that command as a separate environment variable just to kind of clean up all the escapes here. And then we'll go ahead and start our watcher that uses that command. All right, so we're watching the following paths, star star, because I didn't specify any file globbing paths. And if I come in and make an edit in my box.json, hit Control S, we get some yellow text that says box.json changed, and that's because we use this verbose flag. So anytime any files are changed, added, or deleted, the watcher will automatically tell us what changed and when. But my for each here didn't actually do anything because I didn't add any files, so this JSON array was empty, so nothing happened there. So let's actually add a file. I'll add a new.json. So now we get our verbose output that says new.json was added, and then now our for each command fired. I only added one file, so it only fired once, and it ran our little echo that said you added new.json. And then if I delete a file, we get some red text from the verbose flag that says what was removed. But our custom command here, our little echo, only ran once because only one time did our watcher added environment variable actually have an array that wasn't empty. So there's a lot of ways you can do this, based on, if you care about the files that changed, or if you just want to know, but just, anything changed for any reason. So that's the watcher command. It's a pretty simple little piece of machinery, but you can tie it up to run just literally anything you want based on when specific changes in the file system happen for builds and things like that. So have fun playing with that, and happy watching.